A Wild Child!
Wild Child is a newcomer to the rings of the World Wrestling Empire. Don't know a whole lot about him from Beaver, Kansas. 6'2", 220 pounds of obvious excitement. We'll see how he fares against the biggest and the baddest in the Empire, the Annihilator. Les, what do you know about the Wild Child?
Well, I know he's in the Empire, so obviously he must be a pretty good wrestler. I'm looking forward to some good action between these two guys this evening. Hails from Beaver, Kansas.
I've
Quite
got
an outstanding wrestler with some other wrestling groups, has decided to take on the competition in the Empire.
I've got a complaint to file right here. This man needs to go back in the back and change his tights because he's blinded me. I can't see.
And there they go, circling the ring. Collar and elbow, tie up.
Shut up.
Both wrestlers testing each other at this point. Oh, good move by Wild Child. Got that wrist lock going on the Annihilator. Torques it down.
Of course, with it being early in the match, the tide could change. Wild Child is a good-sized man and obviously very athletically inclined, but he's facing the mean freight train from down under, the Annihilator.
Well, right now, Annihilator's having trouble getting to the ropes, able to get in there. Referee Doug McCoy orders the hold broken. Wild Child showing a good ring strategy right there, going to work on that arm early of Annihilator, attempting to disable one of the extremities of his opponent.
Those are some big guns to be working on, too. Big guns.
Wild Child obviously having done his homework. Oh, Annihilator backs him into the ropes. And a big chop before he breaks the hold. Follows it up with another one. Referee Doug McCoy attempting to back Annihilator off. There's a whip off the ropes. Oh, and a big lariat sends a Wild Child to the mat.
There's a big leg drop. That is 322 pounds of pressure, pulverizing, pounding pain.
Oh, and there he picks him up, sets him up for the big smash, and throws Wild Child down.
Big body slam by Annihilator.
Annihilator going in. Oh, looks like a chokehold. Referee Doug McCoy attempting to get that hold broken.
What are you watching? That's not a chokehold. He had him by the chin. That's a martial arts nerve hold.
Devlin, I don't know. You must be watching the same matches that Silverado watches, because that sure looked like a chokehold from here.
Well, if this Wild Child would try to wear some tights that don't blind me, maybe I could see a little better.
Right now, Wild Child in a great deal of trouble. He needs to get on his feet so he can stay away from the big man. Lazy cover by Annihilator. Wild Child able to get that shoulder up. Annihilator's got a few complaints about how that was handled. Not real happy. Brings the Wild Child to his feet. Big chop to the side of the Wild Child's face. I'm surprised we didn't get a warning about a closed fist at that point. Brings him back to his feet. Sets him up. Oh! Oh, and did you see the height on that suplex? Annihilator doing a good job bringing the man over the top. Now he goes in once again for the lazy cover. Oh, and Annihilator's not ready to let it in yet.
Annihilator's out to have a good time. He's not paid by the hour, he's paid by the match, and he might as well have fun while he's in there.
Annihilator torquing it down with the reverse chin lock. Exerting pressure on the neck and upper back area of Wild Child. This is an excruciatingly painful move, as you can see that on the face of the Wild Child. Annihilator breaks the hold after a quick chop from behind.
Concept behind that is, if you injure a man's neck where he can't turn his head, he can't see what's coming.
That is correct. Annihilator back in on Wild Child now. Sets him up into the ropes. There's the whip. Oh, and another big lariat. Annihilator getting him across the top of that. Hits his head right there, causing a case of whiplash almost.
Back to the neck. Same concept. Annihilator's found his spot.
Wild Child fights back with an elbow into the stomach. Backs Annihilator into the turnbuckles. A whip into the turnbuckles. Follows it up with a drop kick, and Annihilator's in trouble. He's trying to take the wind out of Annihilator right now. Grabs him by the feet, pulls him back.
Man obviously doesn't know how to give a clean break. Referee Doug McCoy was calling for a break. Annihilator was on the ropes, and this cheating little punk wouldn't give him a clean break.
Well, I think Wild Child's just retaliating for the lack of a clean break while ago on the part of Annihilator. And here we go again with this timeout business out of Annihilator. You know, it looks to me like Annihilator's still on that beer and peanut butter diet that Raymond originally had him on. I guess Silverado has continued that training regimen.
Are you being insulting? Are you saying
I'm just
something?
pointing out that Annihilator is probably still on a beer and peanut butter diet. Look at the guy.
No. This man is in perfect physical condition. He is in excellent health, and he's as solid as a rock. Look at the size of those big guns. Look at the pectoralis major muscles across this man.
Look at that inner tube around his waist.
This man is solid as a rock. Look at that big elbow.
Oh, Wild Child in trouble now in the middle of the ring. Annihilator taking his time about stalking into the Wild Child, brings him to his feet now, sets him up against the ropes. There's a whip. Oh, picks him up with and follows up with a huge body slam. Annihilator using all that 322 pounds to drive Wild Child into the mat.
Count of two by referee Doug McCoy.
Wild Child barely able to get any movement out of that one. Annihilator looks a little bit exhausted at this point.
Well, the man was in the ropes and the guy wouldn't give him a break. Wouldn't you be exhausted too?
I think Wild Child did a good job at trying to take some of the wind out of Annihilator. Once again, going to work on the arm of Annihilator. I think ultimately this may end up being a mistake by the Wild Child. He should be working on those legs. I know that in the past, nice leg drop. Anyway, I know that in the past, the ones that have had the most success with defeating Annihilator have gone to work on his legs, taking the legs out from underneath the big man. Wild Child, though, has decided to go with a little bit different strategy at this point.
That shows you that he is a newcomer to the Empire, because most people that have watched the show and most of the wrestlers that go in the ring against the Annihilator tend to go to the lower extremities. So that shows this gentleman's inexperience with Annihilator here in the Empire.
Well, we'll see about that.
That inexperience may cost him.
It could. And Annihilator whips Wild Child through the ropes. Silverado and company are over there in the no good now.
They're trying to help the man up. Silverado is a gentleman. Viper is a gentleman. They're just trying to help the man back up into the ring.
Well, excuse me for disagreeing with you, Devlin, but I don't think they were trying to help him up, and I'm sure Annihilator's not outside the ring trying to help him out right now.
That's what he's doing. See, look. Trying to help him back in the ring.
Slams that forehead into the corner of the ring, and Wild Child is down.
No. Annihilator was trying to help him back in the ring, and the clutch tripped and slammed his own head into the canvas. What are you watching?
Yeah, I'm watching this match here. You must be watching the match that Silverado watches. This must be a taped match you guys play all the time or something. I haven't quite figured out where some of this stuff comes from. Referee Doug McCoy now administering the 10 count to Wild Child to get him back into the ring.
Moments ago, you were making accusations toward my man Silverado and Viper, and nothing happened.
No accusations. I'm just reporting the facts as I see them. I strive to be a fair and impartial reporter in these proceedings. And then I have to listen to people like you and Silverado get involved watching I don't know what match.
Annihilator's got the Wild Child back in the corner, a big forearm across the chest. That'll take the wind out of you, most definitely.
Referee Doug McCoy orders Annihilator back. Wild Child stands up, and Annihilator's right back on him. Whip into the ropes, follows it up with another big clothesline. Wild Child taking a beating at this point at the hands of the big man. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Annihilator has defeated Wild Child.
That's the man. Now see, the boy right there is paying for his mistake. Annihilator, your winner.
There, referee Doug McCoy declares Annihilator the winner of the match. Well, that was quite a bit of a beating as an introduction for the Wild Child to the World Wrestling Empire. We wish him many happy returns, and hopefully he'll have a lot better luck as his time in the Empire progresses.
I think he just needs to make his way back to